Hello and welcome to today's Marketing Masterclass, the Christmas edition. With the festive season fast approaching, you've probably already started planning out all of the additional tasks that crop up at this time of year, like seasonal promotions, communicating your opening hours over the holidays, letting your clients know about your gift vouchers, and anything else that might wheedle its way onto your to-do list. To take the pressure off, we're going to run through how to use PPS to easily send out emails to your clients, including targeted marketing campaigns, updating your whole client list, and exporting your data for even deeper insights. Here's a quick rundown of everything that we'll cover in today's session. Getting the message across. How to put together clear and appealing content. Building email templates. Using HTML templates and where to start. Creating activity templates in PPS. Importing your email templates. How to define your target audience. Using PPS reports. Sending a marketing campaign. The final steps. Exporting report results. Using your PPS data with third-party applications. And finally, bonus tips. Getting your settings right. Let's start off with the basics. Defining your message. The first step in communicating with your clients is defining what you have to say. If you're running a special promotion, take some time to think about all of the details that your clients will need to know. This could include when the deal is valid from and when the promotion ends. Exactly what is on offer. For example, 15% off a certain treatment, credit on account for referring a friend, or a free mini treatment when you book another treatment between Christmas and New Year. They will also need to know how to claim the deal. And don't forget to tell them why it's such a great offer. You might also want to think about any additional information that needs to be included. This could be certain limitations, such as limits on the number of deals available per customer, when the offer can be claimed, so if you're selling vouchers, do they have an expiry date? And if you're part of quite a big practice with lots of practitioners and locations, is the promotion limited to any particular departments, practitioners, or sites? And once you have your information mapped out, it's time to put it all together. The best way of communicating something that requires this level of detail is via an email. HTML email templates are a great way of communicating your promotions in a professional and eye-catching manner. You can add custom branding, including your logo, brand colours and images, and you can include custom links and buttons that allow your audience to easily interact with your messages and services. At this point, I may have lost you. I completely understand that some of you may be wearing many hats as an independent business owner. So let me break it down a bit further so it seems a little less daunting. If you have ever received a marketing email, you will be familiar with HTML templates. As opposed to a plain text email that you might send to a colleague, a HTML template simply contains images, colour, and will ultimately be more visually appealing. PPS contains a basic HTML email template builder and also supports the import of HTML templates from third-party platforms such as MailChimp. If the thought of putting together a HTML template seems a little too daunting at this stage, you can outsource it. Lots of companies or freelancers create one-off email templates. All you will need to do is provide the content. If you are willing to give it a bash, third-party tools such as MailChimp typically have a user-friendly interface that allows you to customize an email template to suit your needs without any knowledge of HTML. Most of these providers also provide a library of existing templates that you can customize and have lots of help guides and videos available online to help you get started. And once you're familiar with a HTML email template building platform, you will be able to put that knowledge to use time and time again. Here are some of our top tips for when you're putting your email template together. Include your branding. Ensure that your clients can recognize where the email is coming from right away by including your logo and brand colours throughout the message and a return email address or additional contact details. Make the offer nice and clear. Make sure you give the reader the juicy details right at the top. Start with a headline that will grab the reader's attention and make them want to read more. Keep the fine print to a minimum. Of course, any offer comes with T's and C's, but you don't need to go into full detail in your email. Make sure the reader has enough information to make an informed decision, and all of the finer details can be communicated when the reader contacts you to take the next step in claiming the offer. Make it easy for your clients to claim the deal. Your email template should include CTAs or contact details that make it easy for your clients to claim the deal. For example, if your offer is 30% off treatments booked between Christmas and New Year, and your clinic supports online appointment booking, you might want to include a link to your website in the email, allowing clients to book their appointment and claim the offer with ease. So you've got your offer planned out and your email template is ready to go. What's next? Let's run through how to create your activity template in PPS. When logged into PPS, select the Tools menu and then Activity Templates. This will bring you to a new window where you can view all existing templates and create new ones. In this window, select Add. In the next window, you can start to fill out the details. Give your template a name, which will help you to easily identify the email when you come to use it later. The template name is for internal use only and will not be seen by your clients. For the template category, you will need to select Marketing/Mailshot from the drop-down menu. This ensures that you can select this template once we have defined our audience later on. Under Type, you can type in this box to create a new type or select from your existing options in the drop-down menu. Adding a type to your templates will help you to keep your templates organised and will make it easier to filter templates as your content library grows. Now skip to the Email tab to start putting together your email content. You will need to enter a subject here. This will be seen by your clients, so remember to make it appealing and relevant to the rest of the email. If you have created your email template outside of PPS, you can use the Select HTML button to locate your email template and import it into PPS. Click HTML Wizard to use PPS's built-in HTML template builder. Please be aware that the built-in HTML wizard is quite limited compared to other third-party options. Once you have your template in place, click Save to add to your activity template library. You can repeat the above steps as many times as needed to add all of your promotional offers. Once you have all of your templates in place, it's time to move on to the next step. Defining your audience. This one can be as simple or as complicated as you want to make it, and may largely depend on what it is that you're promoting. Let's look at a couple of scenarios. Scenario 1. You're promoting the sale of vouchers as the perfect gift for a loved one over the festive period. With this one being a pretty broad offer, you could keep this nice and simple and send the email to your whole client base. This gives you maximum reach and the best chance of selling a higher volume of vouchers. If you'd like to be a little more cautious, you could send the email to your active clients only. There are two ways in which you can define this. On the client profile in PPS, you can set the client's status. This includes active and inactive. If this isn't a feature that you actively use, an alternative way to define a client as active could be to decide upon a period of time in which they last had a treatment. For example, if the client has had an appointment within the last 12 months, you could consider them as active. Let's have a look at how you can use either of these parameters to get your target market. Open up the PPS Reports wizard and go to the Client tab. Select Client List from the list of reports and click Open. Firstly, we'll use this report to find all clients in our database with an active status. Skip to the Criteria tab without changing the settings in any of the other tabs. When you reach the Criteria tab, you can use the field, condition, and value boxes to narrow down your search results. In the field box, use the drop-down menu to select Client Status. Once selected, you will see the condition box will update to show a drop-down menu of all of the client statuses that you can choose from. Select Active from the list. Once you have done this, simply click Finish to get your report results. In the next window, PPS will ask you what you would like to do with your report results. I always recommend using the preview button to have a quick once-over of the data. This can help you to determine whether your report criteria has gotten you the results you were looking for. As an example, in this scenario, if you have a rough idea of how many active clients you have, you can switch your report output from full detail to summary and select the preview button. This will show the number of results in your report. If this matches up with the number of active clients that you believe you have, then you know the report criteria you have chosen has worked to get the results you were looking for. Because the criteria we have applied here is quite simple, you shouldn't have any discrepancies, but this is a good habit to get into for future reports. If you'd rather define your clients as active by their last appointment date, you'll need to do things a little differently. Here's how to find clients that have had an appointment within a set period of time. For this example, we'll use the last 12 months. Let's get back to the Reports wizard and skip to the Appointments tab. From the list of reports, select Appointments Diary List Report and click Open. In the first window, I'm going to untick Did Not Attend and Blocked Out Time to ensure that I am just getting a list of clients that have been into the clinic. Skip to the Criteria tab, where you will need to use the field drop-down menu to select Last Appointment Date. And here's a good tip. To save time scrolling, select the field drop-down menu and start typing what you are looking for. So for example here, if I start typing out the word last, it will move me straight to that option in the menu and I won't have to keep scrolling down until I find it. In the Condition drop-down menu, select Between. The value box will update automatically to allow you to enter 2 dates to set your date range. I'm looking for clients that have had an appointment in the last 12 months. So I will enter a date range to reflect this. Click Finish to get your results, and it's as simple as that. Now let's take a look at a different scenario that might require a more targeted approach. Scenario 2. You're promoting 30% off a particular treatment or class if booked between Christmas and New Year. In order to maximise your chances of success with this marketing campaign, you can use PPS data to target clients that you can assume would have more interest in this offer based on their past behaviour. For this example, my offer is going to be 30% off any Pilates class booked between Christmas and New Year. Let's dive back into the Reports wizard. Skip straight to the Appointments tab and select Appointments Diary List Report. Use the first tab to select or deselect different appointment statuses that you want to include. Now skip to the Criteria tab. In this window, we're going to add some criteria that will drill down into the client data stored in PPS to reach our desired target market. First, I'm going to eliminate clients that have not booked an appointment within the last 2 years. In the field drop-down menu, select Last Appointment Date. Move to the Condition drop-down menu and select Between. And enter dates to reflect your desired date range in the value boxes. Next, we're going to narrow our results down even further by adding some additional criteria. On the left-hand side of the criteria fields, make sure "and" is selected. This ensures that the report results are looking at clients who meet all of the criteria specified here. Selecting "or" will mean that clients who meet just one of the criteria will appear in your report results. In the field drop-down menu, select Appointment Type. Using the Condition drop-down menu, select Equal to, and from the value box, select the desired appointment type. Because my offer applies to Pilates classes only, I'm going to select Pilates. On clicking Finish, I can expect my report results to show all of my clients that have booked and attended a Pilates class within the last 2 years. By narrowing down my report results like this, I am targeting active clients who I can be confident have an interest in the service that I am promoting based on their past behaviour. This should increase my chances of success with this marketing campaign. When defining your audience, here are our top tips. Trial and error. Don't limit yourself to just one shot. Whilst you're discovering what works and how your clients respond, make sure to keep track of what works and what doesn't to ensure that you can keep improving. You can even use PPS reports to measure success. Use data instead of guessing. Use PPS reports to review factors like client behaviour or demographic information. And lastly, ask for feedback. Ask your clients what they're interested in to build solid marketing segments. We've explored just a few reporting options today with the intention of demonstrating how you can manipulate PPS reports to suit your individual needs. If you're exploring reports and are unsure of how to get your desired results, our support team can offer help and advice. Before we move on to our final steps, let's have a quick recap of what we've covered so far. At this point, you should be confident with defining your message, writing a draft and evaluating the content before finalising, creating an email template, getting comfortable with HTML templates and how to put one together, adding your template to PPS, creating new activity templates and importing HTML email templates, defining your target audience, deciding how to segment your client base to maximise your marketing campaigns, and lastly, using PPS reports, manipulating PPS reports to output targeted data. Now let's take a look at the final step, delivering the message to your audience. If you are sending your marketing email via PPS, this last step is super simple. Once you have run your report and have reached the output window, click Mail Merge. In the next window, take a moment to review the options and make the appropriate selections. Some of the criteria selected here will depend on the report you have used to find your results. Once you have reviewed all of the options on this screen, select PPS Mail Merge. You will see a summary of the number of clients selected. Click OK to proceed. In the next window, give your marketing campaign a name and select a user or user group to be responsible for this email. This will define who has visibility of any unsent emails in their activities list and will show as the user who sent the email on the activity record in the client log or database audit. In this final window, you can select your activity template that you created earlier from the drop-down menu at the top of the screen. Review the client details from the colourful window below and click the Emails button to send the email when you are ready to do so. The review screen will show you how many clients from your report results are eligible to receive the email. If any of the clients in the list do not have a tick in the email box on their row, this could be because they don't have an email or have opted out of marketing. If a high number of clients are not eligible, it might be worth taking some time to review the list of clients before sending your marketing email to ensure that you are reaching as many clients as possible. Once your email has been sent, you will see a record of this on each client log. If you are sending your email outside of PPS. If you are using a third-party marketing software to send your emails and manage your client lists, you can still use PPS reports to get your target audience and export the results to create a mailing list. Here's how to do it. Start with running your report as we covered earlier in this session. When you reach the output screen, you have a couple of options. The simplest option would be to choose Save as PDF/file in the next window. Use the drop-down menu to select the file type. XLS spreadsheet is probably the most recognisable option to most people. This will create an Excel spreadsheet with all of the relevant information from your report results. You can open this spreadsheet and strip out any unwanted info and then upload the relevant bits like email addresses and client names to your marketing platform. Alternatively, you can select Excel from the report output screen to create a custom Excel output that will extract only the data that you require to send the email from the report results. This involves a few more steps initially, but will give you a cleaner final output and can be used again for future exports. To create a custom Excel output, select Excel from the report output screen. In the next window, click Modify. This will bring you to a new screen where you will need to give your custom Excel output a name. I recommend something that makes its purpose clear, such as marketing list. To get the information needed to send a marketing email, select Client from the Available Tables window. Then in the Available Fields window just below, find First Name, highlight by clicking to select, and then use the single right-facing arrow to add this to your selected fields window. Repeat these steps to add surname and email. You may also want to add email CC, and you can select any other fields here that you would like to include in the export. Click Save and then create Excel output to export your results. You can then save the file and import into your third-party software. Before we wrap up today's session, I want to briefly cover a couple of bonus tips. So firstly, I would say check your global marketing preferences. To make sure that your clients are set up to receive marketing emails via PPS, go to Tools, Options, and General System Settings. Skip to the Client Contact Preferences tab and review your default contact preference settings for marketing and mail shots. If you make any changes, click Apply and then Update Now to make sure all client records are updated. Another one to check would be individual client preferences. Each client should be asked their marketing preferences when they register with your clinic. Use the Preferences section on the client details screen to update their marketing preferences accordingly to ensure that your clients don't miss out on your great offers and updates. And lastly, you'll need to just check your email settings. In order to send a marketing campaign via PPS, you will need to use SMTP details for your email settings. To check your settings, click Tools, System Settings, then Email Settings. In this window, you will see a section titled Send Direct to an SMTP server right in the middle. You will need to fill in your details for this section to enable marketing via PPS. If you're unsure on where to find your SMTP email details, you can check out our help guide on ppssupport.com. Just search SMTP. I will also include a link to the guide in the description of this video. And that brings us to the end of our masterclass. We've covered a lot of ground today, so it might be worth spending some time working on each of the steps covered to build your confidence and having a few trial runs to make sure that you're happy with the process. If you do need any help and support, you can revisit any of the steps covered today by simply going back over it in this video. Don't forget that we also offer free online training, and you can book this via our website privatepracticesoftware.co.uk via the help page. So thanks for watching and bye for now.